As you well know by now, I have called out basic economy for what it is, a disingenuous money grab by airlines. It's not designed to compete with low-cost carriers or to save you money. It's designed to be so unpleasant that you don't pick it, and pay up for a higher fare class. There's a reason why American boasted on how much money it would make them. Starting with Delta, all of the legacy carriers ultimately joined in, except Southwest. Even customer favorites like Alaska and JetBlue. But not all basic economy is created equal. Alaska's is actually not that bad, really. So let's see what it's like on this flight from Chicago to San Francisco. Stop me if you've heard this one before. An airline is improving the cabin interior, reducing legroom, and tearing out in-flight entertainment. No, for once this isn't American. I'm talking about Alaska here. Yes, they have a loyal fan base, but it's worth applying the same critical standard. But American and Alaska were the same price, so I thought I'd give Alaska a try. Hey, it was only $108 one way. Unlike other basic economy fares, you can sometimes select your seat. Seats in the back are explicitly blocked off for saver fare customers, so if the plane is empty, you can actually pick an aisle, window, or sit together, though this isn't guaranteed. It just depends on how full the plane is. Sitting in the back of a form of transit has never been a social stigma or anything before, right? The fare isn't eligible for upgrades and has no change options, but that's it. You still get a carry-on and are treated like everyone else. Really, that's not that bad. Alaska is relegated to the G gates at Terminal 3 at O'Hare. There were 2 gates with flights to LA and San Francisco respectively. You could immediately tell a different demeanor was at play at Alaska. The permanent sign was happy? The LA gate said the flight was full and asked for volunteers to check bags. The San Francisco gate just picked up the PA system and said, "Hey, San Francisco passengers, what he said too." As I had a dead last boarding pass, I volunteered to check my bag. I actually wasn't unhappy to. Alaska offers a 20-minute baggage guarantee, where if you don't get your bag in 20 minutes, they give you a $25 travel voucher or 2,500 Alaska miles. Given how valuable Alaska miles are, is it bad I might actually want my bag to be late? Finally, the plane pulled up, and wait a minute, I wanted to review an A320, but this is an A319. Rechecking the seat map, I was now in the last row. Oh boy, well I guess this really will be an apples-to-apples comparison with my United Basic Economy review. We got a notification on the app when boarding started. I normally fast forward through boarding, but I'm gonna stop here and actually include the audio. The flight attendant is smiling, laughing, seemingly happy.
He's like peeping one eye.
That's a real difference right there. And she wasn't the exception, this was the rule. It was also immediately clear that this wasn't a refurbished Alaska aircraft. This was a legacy Virgin America flight. The plush first-class recliners and mood lighting are a dead giveaway. So yeah, I'll keep going with this flight review, but the details of the review are going to be of limited value, as the days of this configuration are numbered. The seat was mostly not bad. The seat was an alright leather, though not the most comfortable, and the last row of seats did still recline. Legroom was decent, and there's multiple storage pouches. The only thing I really didn't like are the armrests. Who thought it was a good idea to have a cutout over the entertainment remote? It got right in the way of resting your arm on the armrest. The A319 has very small overhead bins. One family's bags wouldn't fit. Rather than fighting and trying to stuff them in, they graciously offered to check them. While still on the ground, the crew thanked them and offered to give them free food and alcoholic drinks on the flight. That is proactive customer service. We took off and headed towards the setting sun. Flying time was 4 hours and 48 minutes at 40,000 feet. After takeoff, the flight was quite bumpy. The seatback entertainment didn't work. It was ultimately resolved after fixing a technical issue. One unit in the row in front of me still was malfunctioning, and the crew let him change to an empty seat while that was working. It's clear this interior is on its last legs. The service on the flight was pretty spaced out. First, only water was served. The full food for purchase and beverage service didn't start until 2 hours and 30 minutes into the flight. They had the same Biscoff cookies as American, but provided the whole can. Hooray! Before landing, there was another beverage service and another whole can. Yay for being generous. The A319 had the older generation of Wi-Fi, which I didn't purchase, but there is free texting using iMessage and WhatsApp. It was helpful to coordinate with my friend picking me up in San Francisco. The entertainment selection was decent for a domestic flight and could be watched on either the screen or your own device, for now until they tear out the in-seat entertainment. There's also in-seat power, though no USB power. Otherwise, the flight was in the dark, so there isn't much to see. But again, I want to reiterate that the crew were super friendly, chatting with passengers, making jokes, and it was very clear that they wanted to be there. 2 days later, I'd fly in American and Basic Economy, and the difference was night and day. Finally, we descended into the Bay Area. It's hard to see, but we had a synchronous landing with a United 737.
Welcome to San Francisco. The local time is 8:20 p.m.
The crew also reminded us about the baggage guarantee. That's confidence.
With our baggage service guarantee, your bags will be at baggage claim within 20 minutes of arrival at the gate, or you'll receive discounts or miles with your future flight.
Why Delta and Alaska can do this while nobody else can is remarkable. As I was quite literally the last passenger off the plane, I got to chat with the crew and ask about the plane. 3 of the 4 flight attendants were Legacy Virgin America, or Virgins as they call them. I took my time saying goodbye to the interior, perhaps for the last time, and walked to baggage claim at a reasonable pace. Perhaps my bag might be delayed and I'd get some miles. No. My bag was already on the belt. God damn it, yay? From there, I had a fun 2 days in San Francisco, though I had to explain to my friend why I was filming so much. This is my thanks for watching. If you liked the video, click the like. So Alaska Saver fares. I really enjoyed the flight. The cabin was great, the seat decent, and the flight crew incredibly warm and friendly. Take that, Delta difference. But I fully acknowledge that this may not be fully representative with a Virgin America crew and interior. A part of me is sad that this unique interior with in-seat entertainment is getting replaced with a tighter, more generic seat map. As much as Alaska is starting to fall, I can still conclude that they are likely still better than American, and I'll absolutely fly them the next time I can. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click that button, and please subscribe for many more flight reviews to come. I'll see you on the next one.